Om Namah Bhagavate Tasmai Yat Etat Chidatmakam Purushaya Adibijaya Parashaya Vidhimahi Yasmin Idam Yataschedam Yenidam Chaidam Swayam Yuvasmat Paramacha Parastam Prapadde Sayambhuvam Tasmai Nama Parishaya Brahmane Anantaru Anantashaktai Arupaya Urupaya Namo Ashya Karmani Namo Atma Pradipaya Shakshine Paramatmane Namo Giram Viduraya Manasaschita Samapi. From the Bhagavatam. We offer our salutations to the Lord, who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on Him, the great being, who is the origin of the universe and is the Supreme Lord. I take refuge in the self-existent being in whom the universe rests, from whom it has sprung, by whom it has been brought into being, who Himself constitutes it, and who is at the same time distinct from both cause and effect. Salutations unto the highest Lord, unto Brahman, unto Him of infinite power, who is without any form and yet is the possessor of countless forms, who is the doer of wonderful deeds. Salutations unto the Lord, who is the light of the soul, the witness and the supreme spirit. Salutations unto Him who is beyond speech, nay, even beyond thought and beyond consciousness. It is a meditation on God. We have no concept about God. We do not know who God is, where He lives, what He does. So these scriptures describe that infinite God through words. There is a Hindu scripture which says, if the Himalayan mountain is the ink, and the ocean is the ink pot, and the celestial tree of heaven is the pen, and the whole universe is a paper, and if the goddess of learning writes eternally, still God's glory will not be ended. So human beings do not have that infinite concept of God. So what do? We want to love Him. So we try to eulogize, we try to glorify Him through words. Very beautiful, sweet words we use. O Lord, You are the creator, protector, and the destroyer of this whole universe. We are Your children. Protect us, guide us, make us happy, give us bliss and peace in this life. And in this way we pray and we try to communicate a person whom we do not know. Very interesting. We are praying to a person whom we do not know. So that mystery we shall talk tonight about God. Who is God? What is God? Where is God? What does He do? So for the time being, let us think about the cosmic being who is beyond this consciousness. Sri Ramakrishna gave a beautiful example. This earth is very big. The ocean is bigger than the earth. Space is bigger than the earth and the ocean. And God is bigger than the space. That infinite God, we meditate in our heart. So our heart is bigger than God. We meditate on the infinite within our heart. So let us meditate that way. Lord, please come. We do not know you are infinite, but we love you. We want to establish relationship with you. We want to communicate with you. Please do thou reveal yourself to us. Oh. Sahana Babutu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahabhiryam Karavamaye Tejasvina Vadhitamastuma Vidveshabhaye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May Brahman protect us, may He guide us, may He give us strength and right understanding. May love and harmony be with us all. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto all. Panchadasi, a scripture on Vedantic text. Name of the chapter, The Lamp of the Picture. There are so many ideas about God. Different philosophers, different religions, different human beings have different concepts about God. If a buffalo thinks about God, it thinks huge, powerful buffalo. If a man thinks of God, thinks about a beautiful human being, very powerful, beautiful. Which is strange. We think about God according to our mental makeup. First, let me read a little bit the scripture, then I shall explain to you what I mean by God. Verse 104. Here too, there are many philosophers who, by their arguments, maintain different views about Ishvara. Ishvara means God. They quote suitable texts from the Shruti and interpret them according to their light. According to Patanjali, Ishvara is a special Purusha, free from miseries, actions, birth and death, enjoyment and suffering, and the latent impressions. Ishvara, like Jiva, is non-attached and consciousness. First, let us do with yoga school, what they think about God. Very interesting. Patanjali, the father of yoga psychology, started samadhi. Samadhi means your mind will merge into God consciousness. That is samadhi. You will completely forget your individuality. Your I consciousness will be one with God consciousness. That is called samadhi. So Patanjali says, you see, Ishvara pranidhanadva. One can attain that stage by thinking about God, by loving God, having devotion to God. As I told you in previous class, Sankhya philosophers think God is not necessary. Why do we need a God? For creation? Who created this world? God? We don't need God. My prakriti, nature creates. But the nature is matter. Matter has no desire. Matter cannot create. A chair cannot create another chair. We need a conscious human person with desire. Only creation is possible. No creation is possible without consciousness and desire. So Prakriti, your nature, has no is dead, dull, insentient matter, it cannot create. By the vicinity, by the nearness of the Purusha, conscious principle, the Prakriti vibrates. That is their creation, according to Shankar. Patanjali says, no, we need a God. Why? Because you human beings can concentrate on a personal God. That way you will create deep concentration, and that concentration will take you to Samadhi. Concentration will lead to meditation, meditation will lead to Samadhi. So it is very important to have a God in life. That Patanjali says. Then Patanjali defined God. Klesho, karma, vipako, asai, aparamishto, purusha vishesha, Ishvara. Look, my God, Patanjali says, no klesha, no afflictions. There are 5 kinds of afflictions according to yoga psychology. First, ignorance. Second, egotism. Third, likes and dislikes and attachment. Avidya, asmita, raga, desha, abhinivesha. 5 kinds of afflictions are not in God. Second, karma. How many types of karma? Patanjali says there are 3 types of karma. Good, bad, good, bad. Mishra karma, mixed karma. All human beings, always remember, if you do all good, you will be God. And if you do all bad, you will be evil. And human beings, mixed karma. We do some good, some bad. All human beings. If you do 80% good, 20% bad, or 20% bad will not be visible. You will be like a saint. So Patanjali says that in God there is no affliction. I told you 5 afflictions. No karma, 3 kinds of karma. Karma, vipaka. Vipaka means karma fall, result of action. What is the result of action? All these human beings you see, due to the result of action, jati, ayu, bhoga. Jati means we decide where we shall be born. That is the way we select our parents, to fulfill our desires. I want to be a musician. I shall try to find out a musician parents, so that from the beginning of my life I shall get an opportunity to be a musician. I want to be a monk. I shall try to find out a very good parents who will help me to be a monk. All you see, it is a tendency, the focus, they take us to those parents. Jati, ayu. How long we shall live in that life, that depends upon your karma. Longevity. That depends upon your karma. Bhoga. Whatever happiness and misery you will get in that particular life, that all depends upon your the karma of the previous life. So please remember, where you will be born, how long you will live, and how much experience of good and bad, happiness and misery you will encounter in that life, all depends upon your past karma. According, that is the truth. You know, I was deeply thinking about, like, 250 people are killed by these terrorists in Sri Lanka. I was thinking, they are very innocent. To you, me, they are good people. They did not do anything wrong in this life. And they're all killed, even some children. How will you explain? Only if you believe in God, only then only you can explain. Otherwise you cannot explain this phenomenon. And if you do not believe the theory of reincarnation and the law of karma. These people, those who were killed, perhaps they were murdered in the previous life. And the person who killed these people, perhaps I killed 200 people, I will be killed 200 times. In the next life, 200 times I will be killed. It is all law of karma. You know, if you just watch it, you put your hand in the fire, what will you feel? It will burn. You will get pain. You know, if I put hand into the fire, it will burn. And I will get burning sensation. It is all karma. I killed person, and perhaps I have money, I camouflage, I got escape. Or nobody could catch me. Hurry. There are unseen, you cannot befool God. He is watching everything day and night. Your every action, every thought is monitored in His big computer in heaven. You cannot hide anything from God. If you do good, He knows. If you do bad, He knows. That is the reason we find Antaryami. Sitting inside, He is controlling all this universe. That is the truth. So, Klesha, Vipaka, Aparamishta, karma fall. He has no result of action. A special being, He is Ishvara. Now, Patanjali says, the people, those who are asking, sir, how can we know that Ishvara, God? Tasya Vachaka Pranava. Pranava means Om. This mantra, the sound, Om, A-U-M, Om. That is the mantra. But take this Om is the symbol of that God. The whole creation came from the sound. Chair, car, microphone, light, house, trees, plants. They are nothing but sound. These sounds from the whole creation came from the sound. The Om is the symbol, is the gamut of all sounds. A-U-M. A starts from the throat, M when you close your mouth, Om, and U is the connecting link. So all sounds which you make, I make, it comes from that Om. Om, A-U-M. So this Om is the symbol. Then Patanjali says, Om is the symbol of God. Well, how can I reach that God? Tadjapas tadartha bhavanam. When you repeat that mantra, you think of it. You must get its meaning. Look, do you know what it means? All these human beings knowingly, unknowingly repeating this mantra. Look, when you take breath in, how does it sound? Hum. And when you breathe out, hear carefully what sound comes. Sa. Hum, sa. Hum, sa. Hum, sa. That all these human beings are repeating knowingly, unknowingly, 24 hours. Hong, sa. Hong means I. Sa means that. I am that. I am God. I am God. That I am repeating, you are repeating, everybody is repeating. I am God. I am God. I am God. Look what the Bible says, I am that I am. Bible says that. So, a hangsha. How many times you are repeating? Do you know? They have a calculation. They say we breathe 21,600 times a day. 21,600 times a day. We are breathing 21,600 times. So in every breath, we are repeating this mantra, Hamsa, Hamsa, Hamsa. It is a science. This mantra, who is doing? Prana, energy. So sometimes I ask people, connect this mantra with your breath. Then you will be one with God. Slowly, slowly, you can feel that there is a power is working inside you. That is called ajapajapam. If it goes on constantly, I effortlessly, that mantra will change your life and character, will help you to realize God. That Patanjali says. Now, according to Shankara Yoga, Jiva, individual soul, is only an enjoyer, not a doer. Doership pertains to buddhi, intellect. Pleasures and pain are the properties of buddhi. Jiva, who cannot separate himself from buddhi, becomes the enjoyer and considers himself the doer. By samadhi, he separates himself from buddhi, then discrimination arises and the sufferings are removed. This is release according to the yoga system. Let me explain what it means. Prakriti, nature, is dancing in front of us and giving us enjoyment. We are all enjoying this world. Is there end? There is. Enjoyment, always remember, it brings happiness, misery, happiness, misery, happiness, misery. No human being is 24 hours happy or 24 hours unhappy. It comes in a cyclic order. Happiness, misery, happiness, misery, happiness, misery. In this way, you are continuously rotating in this cycle. Now, bhokta. Bhokta means enjoyer. Two words. Doer, who is working? The doership, I, that is buddhi, intellect. According to their philosophy, buddhi is the doer. Doer and enjoyer. Now, this buddhi, enjoyer, when it does bad, it gets bad. When it does good, it becomes good. So the mind oscillates, moves, happiness and misery. But when we attain samadhi, we go beyond both. That is our goal. As Swami Vivekananda said, the pendulum of the clock must swing. Tick, tock, tick, tock. We see the pendulum clock. Tick, tock. What happens? That means happiness, misery, happiness, misery. What is our goal? Stop the pendulum. Just grab it. I won't let you move. That is our goal. That means that is samadhi. You stopped this duality, maya. Very interesting, this doership. Through practicing yoga, you can see that how you are tempted by maya and enjoying this world. But you feel disgusted. Yes, I enjoyed enough, no more. Then you separate yourself from maya, then your mind will go to God. It is all, when mind is focused towards enjoyment, you are attached. And when you disconnect yourself and attach to God, you become illumined. This is everything about spiritual life. Where is your mind? There you are. If your mind in God, you are in God. If your mind in the world, you are in the world. It is all, everything in the mind. Bondage, liberation, all are in the mind. As person with a special nature, Ishvara rules the universe. Without his rulership, there would be no one to regulate bondage and release. The author, Vidyaranya Muni, who wrote this Panchadasi Vedanta book, says that why is God necessary? Who rules this world? Who regulates this bondage and liberation? Who changes the nature, season? Who determines the result of our karma? who dispense the results of karma? God. I am a farmer. I till the ground. I sowed the seed. No rain. I shall not get the harvest. Who will bring the rain? Who brings the drought? Which is amazing that you know how this world works. Rulership. Very interesting, you know, this. Why do we need God? God has become many. Why? He was not happy to be alone. Nobody is happy in this world alone. We need companions. So, God Himself made Himself many children. We are all His children, so that He can play with us. And we are all playing. This world is the stage, and we are all God's playmates. We are all playing. When we play well, we are happy. When we do not play well, we are unhappy. But some people blame the stage. This stage is bad, this world is bad. That is the reason I suffer. You do not play well, that is the reason. But we are so ignorant that we do not see our own faults. God is the cause and the effect. Listen, what is cause and effect? Here is the clay. Clay is the cause. And the pots and pans are the effect. We see clay and we see cups, pots, pans. Cause, effect. Here is gold. Here is earring, nose ring, necklace, bracelet. They are all effects. Gold is reality. These are all effects. God is the cause and the effect. How? How God can be both? Let me give another example, you will understand. This is called efficient cause and material cause of the universe. I am a potter. Here is my potter's wheel. And I put clay on the wheel. And today I am thinking I shall make plate. All plates are coming. Today I shall make glass. I am making glass. Today I shall make flower vase. I am making flower vase. Today I shall make a jar, making jar. What is coming to my mind, my hand goes there and I make things. So potter is the efficient cause. Clay is the material cause. Correct? Now see how both can be the same. Here is a spider. There is a cobweb in the corner of our room. Who creates that cobweb? The spider, from its own fluid, made that cobweb. What is happening in the cobweb? The spider is catching some flies or some kind of insects so that it can eat. So it made its own cobweb from its own body. So God created this whole universe from His own being. They give some beautiful example. Yata Satu Purushu Krisha Lubani. Do you make any effort to grow your hair and nail? No. You do not make any extra effort to grow your hair and nail. They grow automatically. So this whole universe came from God automatically, effortlessly. Yata Prithivyam Aushada Sammavanti Tata Sammavati Avishwam. From this earth, corn, soybean, all kinds of food, vegetation, They are continuously growing from this earth. So this whole universe came from this earth spontaneously, effortlessly. Only he says, the biblical creation or like that, let there be sun, there is sun, let there be moon, there is moon, let there be water, there is water, let there be fire, there is fire. In the Genesis chapter of the Old Testament, we find the creation, how the creation came, the biblical creation. Very interesting. We need another thing, we guess. We don't know God. Here is a chair. It is created. Who created it? There must be a carpenter. A carpenter created this chair. Any creation, there must be a creator. This house, there was a creator. Your body, my body, there are creators. Our parents made this body. So in this way, whatever you see in this world, creation and creature, this relationship is there. So this world is created not out of nothing, out of something. That something is God. This whole world, according to dualistic school, is the body of God. Karya Karan Sambandha, cause and effect. Naika says that God's, that what is called the Sankalp, resolution, desire. It is not under anybody, it is Shecha. It is his wish. It is his Leela. It is my play. Well, God, what is play for you is death for us. You remember the story of the Aesop fables? Some boys are throwing stones and on the frogs in a well, in a small tank. And one old frog raised his head and said to the boys, "What are you doing? Why are you throwing stones and that?" "Oh, it is our play." "Oh, it is play for you, is death for us. We are killed." Sri Ramakrishna told another beautiful story. Once a boat was going through the ocean. Some holy man was there, man, woman, tree, some robbers, evil people are also in the boat. There is a storm, the boat sank, all people died. So where is God? The good people, the children, women, they are not supposed to die. Let the wicked people and the evil people and the robbers, let them die. This was point to Sri Ramakrishna. Do you know what he answered? How do you know this world is the only good place? Plus God took them to a higher realm, to a beautiful place than this worldly world. How do you know? Don't try to fathom the infinite nature of God. So this world God created with his cosmic Maya. How can we see it? By God's grace, if he give us divine sight, we shall be able to see this Maya. We need divine sight. As Krishna mentioned in the 11th chapter of the Gita, "O Arjuna, you cannot see my cosmic form with those worldly, with those physical eyes. You need divine eyes. I am giving you the divine sight. With those eyes you can see me." Then Arjuna saw the cosmic form of Krishna. Well, Swami, then you can see God in everything and every being. How can you do it? Sri Ramakrishna says, if you have jaundice, you will see everything yellow. Everything yellow. So when you, by practicing spiritual disciplines and meditating on God, you will see God in everything and every being. It is all depends upon your attitude and practice. He is all pervading. Sarvagya, Sarvavid. He knows collectively, he knows individually. He knows every person's mind. You cannot hide anything. The Shruti declares that nature functions in fear of Ishvara. He is the ruler, though unattached. The rulership is appropriately vested in Ishvara, who is not affected by sufferings, works, and so forth. It is all in the Upanishad. It is a fact that the jivas too are not affected by sufferings, etc., as the two are unattached. But when they fail to comprehend their real nature, they imagine that they are affected by sufferings, works, and so forth. Look, all these individual beings, you, myself, and everybody, are jiva, individual soul. We are under Maya. We are hypnotized by Maya. We are the slave of Maya, ignorance. And Ishvara is Mayadhish. He is the controller, ruler of Maya. So he is the supreme ruler of Maya, and we are the slaves of Maya. So that is the difference between Ishvara and human beings. Now, it is the whole order, very systematic. Season changes, the sun rises every day and sets every day. Rain comes, rainy season comes, winter comes, spring comes. We see there is a beautiful order, beautiful aquarium. A flow of order is going on all over the world. Who maintains? Who does all these things? He is the dispenser of the result of action. It is a fact that the jivas too are not attracted by sufferings, as they too are unattached, but when they fail to comprehend their real nature, they imagine that they are affected by sufferings, works, and so forth. If you are a Nora Brahman, illumined, Jivan Mukta, na priya priya sprishata, good and evil will not affect you. You will go beyond both. Now, the logicians deny the controlling power of Ishvara because he is detached. They invest him with the qualities of eternal knowledge, efforts, and desire. Well, God is a detached person, so why does he really bother to create this world and bother about it? He is detached. But he has the eternal qualities. He has knowledge, effort, and desire. Ishvara is distinct from the jivas because of his three eternal qualities. But from the example of the jivas, it is clear that consciousness, wherever it is attribute, can come into play only occasionally. This will make Ishvara as much subject to ignorance as jiva. They say that owing to the possessing these three qualities, Ishvara is the Lord of the universe. In support, they quote the Shruti passages, he has two desires and resolves. Shatta Kama, Shatta Sankalpa. Ishvara, being endowed with eternal knowledge and other cognate attributes, must be ever engaged in the creation of the world. He must therefore be Hiranyagarbha, who is endowed with a subtle body. Now various schools are coming one after another. What is Hiranyagarbha? Hiranya means gold. Garbha means womb. The person in his womb, all golds are there. Do you know what those golds are? Jivatma, all these individual souls. The sum total of individual subtle bodies is called Hiranyagarbha. Here is Brahman, pure consciousness. When Brahman endowed with Maya becomes Ishvara, God. When God has all sum total of subtle bodies, comes 1 hour time, that is a subtle stage. Cause is, Brahman is the final cause. Ishvara is the cause of the creation. Hiranyagarbha is the cause of the subtle body, subtle universe. And the Virat is the gross universe. That is the way Vedantic succession comes. If Ishvara is eternal knowledge, Satan will be eternal. So to account for the cycles of creation, another school says that Hiranyagarbha must have a subtle body. He is the totality of all minds, animated by consciousness. According to the logicians, he is the Ishvara. This is not accepted by the Vedantis because Ishvara is much more than he. Ishvara is endowed with true knowledge, etc. during creation. So true is the Upanishad means only relatively true for a cycle. But Swami, what you are talking about, Ishvara, God. In Vedanta, we have a definition, Vishuddha Sattva Pradhana Ishvara. God is the preponderance of Sattva quality, full of consciousness. But it has 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Let me read a little bit more. So these things, some technical things you may not need it. The glory of Hiranyagarbha has been given in detail in the Udgita Brahmana. He, the totality of the all subtle bodies, is not to be considered a jiva because he is free from desires and karma. The worshipper of Virat holds that no subtle body is seen without a physical body. So Virat means cosmic, gross manifestation of the universe, who has a physical body and with head and other organs is the real Ishvara. The Shruti means Upanishad says that the form of Virat is the form of the universe, extending in all directions with an infinite number of heads and eyes. So they meditate on Virat. Then there are worshippers who object to the worship of Virat on the ground that according to this conception of Virat, even insects and worms will have to be regarded as Ishvara. So the four-faced Brahma, the creator, is Ishvara and nobody else. You see, that is the way Vedanta says. Even an ant is Ishvara. An elephant is also Ishvara. A snake is also Ishvara. There is nothing in this world which is not Ishvara. The trees, plants, everything. Because only that Ishvara, they came from Ishvara and they live in Ishvara and they merge into Ishvara. Ishvara means God, the ruler, creator. Do you know, there is a mantra in the Munjaka Upanishad. Ogni Murdha Chakshishi Chandra Surjau. His head is fire. His one eye is the sun, another eye is the moon. His speech are the Vedas. His breath is the air. With his 2 feet, he has encompassed the whole universe. Just think of the cosmic God. How can you love that person whose one eye is the eye, sun, another eye is the moon? It is the concept of the cosmic God. Very difficult. That is the reason we need Christ, we need Buddha, we need Krishna, we need Ramakrishna. We need man God, with whom we can love, with whom we can establish relationship. Man God. This cosmic God, it is very scary. Oh my goodness. Lord, please stay away. There are various kinds of people they worship. So, say people who worship the creator Brahma for obtaining children and quote passages which say Brahma created the people. We want children, we want progeny. Why? Through them we find our immortality. The Bhagavatas call Vishnu the only Ishvara because the lotus-born Brahma issued from the navel of Vishnu. You see, they think, oh, my God is greater than your God. But God is one. The Shaivas on the authority of their agamas declared Shiva alone to be Ishvara, as according to a tradition in the Puranas. Vishnu, in spite of all his efforts, could not discover the feet of Shiva. They quote the scriptures, they tell the stories, but Brahma, the worshipper of Brahma says, our Brahma is great. The worshipper of Vishnu says, our Brahma is better than Brahma. Then Shiva's follower says, our Shiva is greater than your Vishnu. These are all silly ideas. When I was interviewed in the television station, they asked me, is Hindu God, Christian God, Jewish God, are gods different? I said, when the sun rises, can you say that is the Hindu sun, Christian sun, Jewish sun? Can you go and put a stamp there? That is the way we look at God. God is one, has many names, that's all. The followers of the creed of Ganesha say that the elephant-faced Lord is the only Ishvara for Shiva in order to conquer the demons of the three cities worshipped Ganesha. There are many other sects which try to declare that their favorite deity to be the supreme. They quote hymns from Shruti and alleged traditions in support of their views. So every entity from the inner ruler to inert objects is considered as Ishvara by someone or other, for we find that even this sacred fig tree, the sun plant, and the bamboo, etc., are worshipped by the people as family deities. It is amazing. Worship the trees, worship the mountain, worship the ocean. Human beings do. Not only that, do you know what do they do? One of our friends was telling me, Swami, Tiger Woods is God. Tiger Woods is God. Our St. Louis baseball team used to think Ozzie Smith is God. He's the best shortstop. How people think, Those who are desirous of ascertaining the real truth study the Shruti and logic. Their conclusion is the same, that Ishvara is one only, and this fact we have set forth in this chapter. But Swami, what is the Vedantic concept of God? That I shall tell you in my next class. Maya and Maheshwara. So I tried to give you some ideas about God. I hope I did not confuse you. But so many people have so many ideas about God. Finally, you will see when the... This is a beautiful line of Rabindranath Tagore. বহুদিন ধরে বহু দেশ ঘুরে বহু ব্যয় করি বহু ক্লেশ করে দেখিতে গিয়েছি পর্বতমালা দেখিতে গিয়েছি সিন্ধু দেখা হয় নাই চক্ষু মেলিয়া ঘরতে শুধু দুপা ফেলিয়া একটি ধানের শীষের উপরে একটি শীষের বিন্দু. I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of time to see the vast mountain, to see the ocean, to see the forest, to see the meadows. But I never came out from my room and see a dewdrop on the petal of a flower, dazzling dewdrop on the petal of a flower, and I can get the gleams of the infinite blue sky in that small drop of dew or raindrop. The infinite I can see in that small dewdrop. That means that whole God, the entire universe, God, you are searching here and there. The kingdom of heaven is within you, Christ said. That kingdom of heaven is within you. Search God in your heart. You will not have to go in a temple or any holy places to see God here and there. That is the reason I wrote that book, See God with Open Eyes. See, it is there inside you. All right, up to this tonight. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I finished up 122. There are so many schools, there are so many Buddhism. They do not believe in God. Why? God is unnecessary. What do you want? I want mukti, nirvana. I want happiness. I have the prescription of happiness, Buddha says. Follow this Eightfold Path. You will attain nirvana, supreme happiness. We don't need any God. The Shankar philosophers do not need any God. Yogis, yes, God is necessary. Vedanta says, yes, God is necessary. Do you know what? Always remember, as long as you have a body and a mind, you can communicate a person who has a body and mind. Mind always thinks about an object. Mind cannot think which is not an object. Mind always thinks about a form. So if you want to realize God, you'll have to think God's form. Some people think Himalayas. Some people think ocean. Some people think space. That is why some people, I am a worshipper of nature, trees, mountain, bass. That's the thing. It is amazing that how people think about God. Very interesting. Where is God? Yes.
Swamiji, I have a question. I used to play the piano in Christian church. I used to go to Buddhist temple. I used to go to Hindu temple. So therefore I have different experiences in my life after listening to gospel. So my question is, time to time, different people came to this world like Jesus, Buddha, and Ramakrishna. So my question is, will there be another human being in the future? That's my question.
Sure. That Swami Vivekananda said, God's book is not finished. Vedas, Bibles are only the few pages of the infinite books of God. In future, so many incarnations will come. Krishna mentioned in the Gita, when religion declines, irreligion prevails, I incarnate. So, Rama incarnates, Krishna incarnates, Buddha incarnated, Jesus incarnated, Ramakrishna incarnated. These gods becomes avatar. Avatar means God in human form. They come to fix the religion. They come to re-establish that eternal religion. So in future, of course, other avatars come. In the Bhagavatam, there are 24 avatars that have been mentioned. more will come. Time is infinite. Om Satoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mriturma Amritam Gamaya, Abhirabhirma Yedi, Rudrajat Dakshinamukam, Tinamam Pahi Nityam, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality, light us through and through, and guide us evermore with the loving presence. Peace, peace, peace. Do you have any questions? Good. Look, I'm still a student. It is okay, you like it.